Right, okay, so I think that looks like a pretty damn nice beer. It's a homebrew Cooper's IPA. And welcome to this week's Homebrew Wednesday. It seems like I just did it, although I kind of just did it because I did mine last one on Friday. A little scruffy today. I was gonna thinking about growing a beard in, but I don't think I'm going to now. It's too itchy. I've tried many times, and I don't know, I have sensitive skin or something. It's just too itchy. But I didn't want to shave before shooting this because oftentimes when I shave, even with the double-edged safety razor, I still get a bit of a burn, you know, a little redness. So I don't want to. I'd rather look scruffy than burned. But yeah, I finally got around. Man, it's been, you know, I'm so behind on my video making and some brewing I'm supposed to be doing. But I finally got around to doing my barley wine. Now, I ordered the kit, the barley wine kit. Oh, that's my dog. I ordered the barley wine kit from Ontario Beer Kegs. It's been sitting around here for about a month, so I figured it was high time I get that going. Now, I didn't film it. Oh, cheers, by the way. Oh, that's cold. Woo. Yeah. Basically what it is, it's about, well, I'll put the recipe down below in the you know, the more info section there. It's just a whole crap load of liquid malt extract. It was gold liquid malt extract. I don't know whether that's the color or the brand. I'm not sure what it was, but again, I'll put the recipe down there. Just a lot of that. And then about 250 grams or so of brown malt. Again, I'm not sure of the exact amount, but I'll put it down there. And I think there was 1 ounce of Northern Brewer hops for bittering for 60 minutes, and then there was 2 ounces of Fuggles hops at a 10-minute remaining in the boil. So it's just a strong English ale, really is what it is. A barley wine. So it's nothing different than any other stovetop brew that I've done, really. So I opted out of filming it, but I will taste it. I will show you. In fact, there it is right now in the fermenter. I'll show you a little B-roll here. There it is fermenting away. And a little story, amongst any of the little disasters that can happen while you're brewing, this is what happened to me, although fortunately it didn't affect the beer, but boy was I ever scared. I've got, back in the brewing area, as you've probably seen, I sort of share that area with my wife. She does laundry, and I'm doing my brewing right beside the laundry area. It's a very small basement. This basement is probably about the size of a double-car garage, seriously. And a lot of people who have come down here, am I bright enough? Oh, well, I'll fix it later if not. A lot of people who have come down here have said, wow, I mean, it looks way bigger on camera. Well, yeah, of course it does. I mean, that's what, because you don't see, you know, all of it, so you figure there's all kinds of space behind the camera, you know, but no, there's not. It's about a double-car garage, maybe a little bigger than that, but not much. You could fit 2 cars in here, plus some tools and stuff. But not sure how you'd get them down the stairs, but anyway. So, the disaster. I hope something's changing with the camera here. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, my wife was using some bleach, and I guess she accidentally splashed some of it into one of my little bins that I use for my sanitizer. And I didn't know that. So I took my sanitizer, I put it in my fermenter, I sloshed it all around, and then I poured it into my little bin. And I put my spoon in there, my airlock, and I'm getting ready to, you know, pour my wort into my fermenter. And so then I get my spoon out, and it's all sanitized and everything. I start stirring my wort, adding my cold water and all that. and I smell bleach, you know? I'm like, wow, I wonder why it smelled, and it was strong. So I thought, where's that coming from? Some, you know, so I start smelling around and go down to my sanitizer, which is Star San, and it smells like a swimming pool. And I thought, what the hell? How could this, I just made the sanitizer last night, or like the night before. How could it smell like bleach? So, yeah, I went up and talked to my wife, and she said, oh yeah, I think I spilt some bleach down. Maybe it went into your little tray there. So I'm like, oh no. I took my spoon out of there and I stirred my beer with that. I hope I didn't kill him. I hope I didn't, you know, damage it. Well, it's probably the best sanitizer you could ever have with the Star San and that small amount of bleach in there. So not to worry, and it smells fine, and it's fermenting, as you saw, it's fermenting away quite nicely. But a little bit of bad news, sort of not really brew related, but kind of, because I was broadcasting on Justin.tv, as you may know, for a number of years. I was doing a live broadcast every Friday night. I've mentioned this many times. Some of you have come over and joined. Now I'm broadcasting on vonlive.tv. And Justin TV has gone off the air. They've closed the site as of the 5th of this month. So if you go to justin.tv, there's a video on the front there. There's no more site. The site's gone. There's just a video there. And I'm talking about Justin TV and how it came about, you know, how it developed and everything, and, you know, the team of Justin TV, including Justin himself, on there talking about the site and how much fun they had with it and everything else. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, you know, that they've gone off the air, and it's too bad. It was a great site, and we had a lot of fun there. Really, really did. And it was the beginning of broadcasting for me live. So, hey Daisy. Just my dog down there. In other news, what else? I want to mention the 17 Brew Crew website. Please go there and sign up if you want to join in with our community and ask some questions and get good answers, and you know, if ever you need a question answered, even if you can't get in touch with me, there's always other people there that are more than happy to help you. I mean, it's just a great community. I'm about 2 or 3 days away from bottling or kegging my SJ Pour beer. Well, actually, I could probably keg it any time, but I'm 2 or 3 days away from bottling it, and I just realized that I don't have a you know, I need one of those jumpers, you know, that I showed you before, but that was temporary. I just hooked that up temporarily, and now I've built myself a new beer line, which I'll show you here in a B-roll. This beer line was sent to me from a viewer, and then I've just got a picnic tap on it right now. But so this is my setup now, and I just love this. It's portable, no more clunky beer handles, and I'm not all that, you know, fussy about building a kegerator or anything like that, because you know what, it's just me down here. No one else really sees it, and you know, I don't mind opening the lid and getting it. I'm not much of a carpenter, guys, really, so I'm not gonna bother building it. So this is my setup, and I can hold 3 kegs in here, and my CO2 tank sits outside of the refrigerator, and of course I've got the temperature controller behind there that keeps it refrigeration temperatures instead of freezer temperatures. Oh, I opened this thing up one day, this freezer back here, my keezer, and the keg was floating. Oh, you have no idea. The serving tap that I was using is supposed to be mounted, you know, in a collar around the, like when you build a kegerator, you know, so you pull it and you get your beer, right? Well, I was just using it, you know, loose. And one time it fell off the keg, and when it went down, it opened, and the beer just bled all over the fridge, all over the freezer. Lost the entire keg. It was just kegged. You know, one more thing I wanted to kind of talk about, because I wanted to make sure I kept this as beer related as possible. If you're a home brewer, okay, because I want to tell you what the experience I've had. If you're a home brewer and you're just brewing simple beer kits, and you're thinking about, you know, maybe getting into doing partial extract or mini mash or even all grain, I want to tell you, you know, the first time I ever brewed anything other than a simple beer kit was a few, you know, well, how many years ago was that? Probably around 2008 is when I did my first partial extract brew. So which means it's a, you know, you got your liquid malt extract, you got your grains, you got your hops, you know, and you build the beer that way on the stove. You know, you're doing a 1 hour boil. It was a Scottish 80 was the beer kit. Beautiful beer. And it was one of my old viewers. I don't even know if he's around anymore. The name slips my mind, but I know who he is. I've seen his videos and everything. He was one of our old-time community beer guys, and I don't know if he's still around or not, but if he is, cheers, dude. Thank you again. He sent me this Scottish 80 kit, and I brewed it on the stove. And, you know, you got to do your boil. You got to soak your grains, like steep your grains and put your, you know, get it up to the boil, and add your liquid malt extract and boil it, and add your hops and this, you know, all this stuff. And after I did it, I got everything done and cleaned up. I said to my wife, I said, never again. I'm never doing that again. It was very cumbersome for me doing it for the first time. This is before, I mean, I was on YouTube, but I wasn't, yeah, you know, I only had a couple thousand subscribers or something like that. But, you know, I ended up giving in, and I did it a few more times. It gets easier. What I'm trying to say is, if you're a simple brewer and you've done one of your first all grains or one of your first partial extracts or mini mashes or any other method other than just you know, the can kits, and you found it to be a pain in the ass, don't give up, okay? It gets easier. It does, and eventually it's just, you can do it with one hand tied behind your back. That barley wine that I made, I put it off for so long because I thought, oh, you know, I gotta boil it. You know, kind of a lazy guy. I hate to say that, but you know, some of us are just. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I'm busy. That's the thing. And then when I have free time, the last thing I feel like doing is standing in the kitchen for 2.5 hours. It was easy as anything. It does get easier. This brewing stuff. So, you know, like don't be afraid if you're a new brewer. Don't be afraid to try stuff and to advance in your brewing. Because even if the first time you do it, it's like, oh, that was too hard. I don't know, man. After you do it a few times, it's easy, it's fun, it's relaxing. The smells, well, the smells. There must be something, I don't know what it is about. My wife hates the smell, and I absolutely love the smell of brewing beer. People used to ask me, you know, does your wife mind when you brew beer? No, not at all. But that's because I was just doing the simple can kits, you know, the Coopers and that. You don't boil those. You're not supposed to boil those, as a matter of fact. You know, there was never really a smell. But I understand now what people mean, because when you boil wort for 1 hour and you're adding hops, you're steaming up the house, and it's the smells that come out. I love them, and if you're a brewer and you've done that, you know the smell of brewing and how wonderful it is. But the ladies don't really like it very much. Anyway, I gotta go because I gotta get online in order. I don't think I finished what I was saying earlier. The little jumper that I used to fill from the keg to the bottle, using that little filler thingy, that was a temporary installment of that. I have disassembled it and I've put everything back So what I have to do is I have to get myself 2 of those little ball lock, what do you call those, clamps, you know, that clamp onto the keg and onto the, I got to get 2 of those. And I just remembered that I don't have very long, so I'm gonna have to get online and order those from, I guess from Ontario Beer Cases. It's a pain in the, they're about $3 each, but I'm gonna have to pay like $12 shipping. So I don't know, maybe I'll order something else too along with it, just to, you know, make up for the shipping, because when you add things, it doesn't really increase the shipping that much. So I gotta do that. I gotta get off and do that now. So listen guys, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching. Please check out my broadcast, justin.tv/, no, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying that. Justin TV no longer exists. vonlive.tv/CraigTube this Friday. I should be there, providing there's no disasters. And of course, I will always let you know if I will be late or if I can't be there. You know, like I do have an area on my website now where I can type stuff. And I can say, this is what's going on. So if you go to CraigFaraway.com, I'm going to start using this little spot there. It's a little box, and I can put information in there, and you guys will know what's going on. If my Homebrew Wednesday video is late, I'll put it in. You'll know what's going on. If my broadcast is late, or if I can't broadcast one week on Friday, you'll know what's going on. Okay, that's the best, and you don't have to sign up for anything or do anything. Just go to CraigFaraway.com, and the information will be there always. And I haven't been doing this in the past, but I think it's a great idea. Forget the Twitter thing. I don't know about that. Just go to my website, CraigFaraway.com. It's right down on the main page. Easy. No, you don't have to sign up for anything, and there's no problems. Guys, take care. Cheers. 17. I don't know why my camera is going light and dark like that, but I'm probably because I'm moving around and causing problems with it. Maybe it's drunk. I don't know. See you later, guys. Be safe. Take care.